Okay, the California gold rush today, as the West continues to expand and we have more settlement, let's look at why people rush to California. Um, as time went on, more and more people came to California instead of Oregon. They came farther south, and they came to the Central California Valley, which was tremendous for growing things as well. In a tragic occurrence, one group that was infamous for coming to California was the Donner Party. The Donner Party showed what could happen if you didn't make it across the mountains before the first snowfall. Just a few short miles away from their final destination, they got stuck in a mountain pass and were snowed in for the winter. They starved and froze to death, and 42 out of 87 of the people died. Those that survived because they ate the already dead bodies of people who had died before them. So, kind of a famous, infamous, terrible example of what can happen if you get stranded in the mountains. And here we got the Donner Party's route, and they made it almost to their final destination, but not all the way. And those mountains can get cold, it can snow, um, you know, many feet overnight in a mountain pass. So maybe that's what it may have looked like. On a more positive note, James Marshall found gold in Central California. He, of course, wanted to keep it a secret so that he could keep all the gold for himself, but he told a few people, and those people told a few people, who told a few people, and it just grew and grew like wildfire all over the entire world. Before you know it, people called 49ers were heading to California to search for gold from all over the world. Prospecting is searching for gold or other valuables. The first person was allowed to make a claim and claim the gold in that area, but often the gold would be stolen out of other people's claims as well. Placer miners were the workers who would pan to wash gold nuggets out of the dirt and the gravel. This hard, tedious, monotonous work, dirty work for the gold as well. And that would be a very successful pan of gold if you could find. They weren't digging up huge nuggets of gold, particularly as time went on. They were really searching for just little flakes of gold like that. And there you can see the gold work. It was literally out of the mountain streams. They would dig into the sand in the bottom of the stream and look for the gold. And it was very monotonous and tedious. The gold mining camps were dangerous places. They were violent. There was a lot of greedy young men there. There was a lot of weapons. There was a lot of alcohol. There was a lot of gambling. There was a lot of anger at times, and that led to hazards and danger and violence in these camps, and no lawlessness. It really was the Wild West in these camps. And like I said, things were very expensive in the camps as stores around the camps raised the prices because people were so desperate for supplies. Immigrants came to California, a lot from Asia, from other parts of the world as well. As a nation of immigrants, we've all come from immigrant background, or at least most of us besides the Native American. And we have a long tradition of treating the newest and most different form of immigrant very poorly, and that was what happened in California. The Chinese were discriminated against, taxed, and treated poorly, but it didn't stop them. They kept going, and still today there's a large Chinese and other Asian population that is very successful in California. The impact of the gold rush is it was a huge population boom for the state. Most people didn't find their riches in gold. They found their riches or their success in farming and ranching and other occupations. They were isolated from the rest of the country because of the mountains. Remember, this is before the Panama Canal, so any boats coming there would have to go all the way around South America with it, which was a dangerous and long voyage. So they really were isolated, and they developed their own culture because of that. What can we learn from the gold rush? In America, the American dream is definitely possible. There are riches and prosperity are possible with good ideas and persistent effort. As these people made their way to California, they found their success. Often it didn't come from the gold, though. It came from other ways. Levi Strauss sold pants to gold miners and made a fortune off of that. So if you have a dream and you take persistent steps for that dream, you may find success in unexpected and even greater ways than you thought were possible. How do you create prosperity and success for yourself? Well, you need to contribute to society. So if you want more, contribute more to society, give more, be better. And that's what many of these people did in the gold rush in California and beyond. Thank you.